Alrighty then. Let's fire this bastard up.
3, 2, 1.
We're notifying viewers that you're live.
Oh, there you go.
Well, thank you, TikTok.
Right, finally go.
You did it.
Gina, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Nectarian, welcome. Cajun J8 $1, welcome. Sheila, what's going on? Good to see you today. Unico, welcome. Good to see you here again, my dear. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Diamond Asylum. Shayla, what's up? I love the script style in your handle. Charlotte, welcome. Good to see you today. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Shayla, how's things working out with the new house? I'm curious. I know you and your husband got a new house. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Siggy says, greetings, sire, Teach, and Father D. Hello, Siggy,
Hi,
our
Siggy.
dear Siggy.
Hi.
I just love that. Every time I see her profile pic wearing the I Bleed Mercury hoodie. Fucking loyalty. Bat Anonymous, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I was going through some of the older posts in our Discord. Anybody want to join the Discord? Send me a DM or send Teach a DM and we'll get you squared away. And he had posted about Counter-Strike. I guess it's a military shooter.
Oh, cool.
I need to freaking remember to get a second monitor so we can at least dip our toe and see how Twitch works.
I saw a really cool ad for a game called Helldiver. Looks sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely sick.
I followed that game and the reviews were mediocre, but it looks good enough that I want to see for myself.
Yeah, hopefully that's not like the like how they used to do trailers for movies. The only good part is shown in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer in the Sheets. I love it. Says I've seen a movie, Abigail, and she looks like you, bro. I'll take that as a compliment. Abigail.
She's an evil doll, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too. People seem to love it, but it's like there's already Chucky.
Well, I think this was.
I'm Chucky, and I'm here to.
I think
See, I stopped myself from being a wanker.
Yeah. I think it was based on, not true story, but at least a true folk myth based on a real doll that existed, I think, but I can't be sure. It was with the two mediums that used to travel over the U.S. and go.
Oh, right.
I think Abigail was part of that.
Annabelle?
Oh, whoops. See, I'm fucking it up with that one.
Yeah, pretty close, though. Abigail, Annabelle, those are like the go-to sinister Victorian female names.
Right, yeah.
So you got Damien and Abigail or Annabelle.
Right, and they're always on a, whoops, looks like they drowned list. They were innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
Shayla says, it's great. I am loving our new space. That is really cool. I would be curious to see careful photos, particularly how you have the backyard set up. Julie Bow, what's going on, Julie Bow? Good to see you today. She says, hi, beautiful Angel DL and beautiful Father D and Teach. That's right, we got Teach again with us, all the way from the UK. Plotting and scheming ways to keep her here. You're not going anywhere. But here. Charlotte says, I think it's howdy or hey DL Teach and Father D. Thank you, Charlotte. Good to see you here. Just took the Trans Am on its first
maiden voyage.
Yeah, pretty much. Drove to Duchesne and back, And Rosie wasn't a fan.
Did you punch it too much with her in it?
She does not like going fast.
Well, that would explain it.
And the car does.
Right.
Sheila says, hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Sheila. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you're doing fantastic. Anyway, Charlotte, I want to get one of your magnets on the car. And your magnet will be on my Trans Am. Masked Arch, thank you so much for the follow. Truly, truly appreciate it. Guys, when you do things like follow and comment, it matters.
We sure appreciate it too.
Really do appreciate it. Time is, at least in my opinion, our most valuable resource, and the fact that you guys take little chunks of your life to follow us and comment and interact means the world to me. Sorry, my dear.
That's my fault.
Sweet Tea 845 says, does a girl right in front of you have vampire teeth?
Maybe.
Did you say maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Killer in the Sheet says, vampire movie, not a doll.
It's a vampire kid.
Yeah, I messed it up with what I thought.
There was also
Annabelle.
Megan that came out, which is a doll as well.
Right.
Okay, Megan was the one that I was thinking you were thinking of.
No, Annabelle was a little bit before that.
Way before you.
As far as when the movie was made.
So, vampire movie, not a doll. Is that the one that just recently came out?
Yeah.
That I've seen the trailer for? She's like, I'm so sorry for what is about to happen. Before I'm sure she goes apeshit and starts tearing fools up. Masked Arch, thank you so much for the rose. Unico says Abigail is of a vampire child.
Yep. Thank you for setting me straight, because I transpose similar memories as many people do on occasion, but I try to limit those mistakes.
Yeah, that one movie, Terminator, where all the machines went evil and started killing people? No, that's not Terminator. You're thinking Maximum Overdrive.
Oh,
For some reason, I've been seeing that movie like on social media lately.
Maximum Overdrive or Terminator?
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive.
Look at
Christy sent that.
Christy, thank you for, what was that? I've never seen
like
that
a
before.
tornado, like hand tornado.
Tornado hands.
Storm. Yep. It's awesome.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much. Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, DJ, hello. Jinx, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome to the live stream. For those of you who are showing up for the first time, you're wondering who the hell we are, what's going on here, and what this is about. I am DL Mercury, guitar player and frontman for vampy cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury out of Salt Lake City. Next to me is our dearest Tej, all the way from the UK, visiting us here for a couple weeks. She helps us run shit behind the curtain. Next to her is one of my dearest friends of many decades now, our bass player, our drummer, and so much more than that. You may give your confession to Father Demori. We live stream here on TikTok every Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I just decided, what the hell, I guess I'm just going to be talking like this here for the rest of the live stream there, good guy. Simultaneously live stream on YouTube. And we don't do a whole lot of self-promotion here. This is really just about hanging out with good friends, having a good time. Who sent that?
I don't know, it didn't say.
That looked amazing. Whoever.
I feel like it's probably Christy though.
It was probably Christy of the cute little sea monster. That was amazing. TikTok is definitely up the game with the gifts. That looked amazing. So we just like to hang out with all of you good people, share a few laughs, a few smiles, positivity, and kind of decompress and get ready for the bullshit that we're all going to have to face in the week ahead. So there you go. If you're into bands and artists like Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Static X, Rammstein, Sisters, Mercy, Gary Newman, Rob Zombie, and a dash of David Bowie, you will love I Bleed Mercury. You can check out our music on all music streaming platforms. Sheila says, Teach, enjoy your stay. Hope it's not going too fast for you.
It's It's not too bad actually. I felt like last time I was here it went way quicker. I've still got another week, so I'm happy about that. It's not going too quick, but I mean, I never want to leave, so.
Kashi with Arcane Expressions LLC. And by the way, Kashi is a lovely soul. You can find her on Instagram. That's Arcane Expressions LLC. She makes amazing Victorian and Gothic inspired clothing. So check her out. Kashi says, hello, beautiful people. Hello, Kashi. Good to see you here again in the live stream. Another regular supporter, an OG member of the I Bleed Mercury Coven. Speaking of which, guys, if you think that you may be one of us and you would like to join our spooky little family, send me or Tej a private message here on TikTok, and we will send you a link to our private Discord, and you can join the I Bleed Mercury Coven. We'd love to have you. Jeremy, I'll let you have a go at that. McGargy, you are amazing. You never cease to amaze me how you can pull that off. Anyway, Jeremy, I apologize. Jeremy says, would you wonderful vampires be open to socializing with a werewolf? We get this question a lot.
And we always say yes.
Absolutely. You guys have all the fun.
Yeah, I was kind of salty that he's not a werewolf.
No.
Yes, I want to be a werewolf.
He wants to be invited to the Howling at the Moon parties.
Yes! Yes! I give this analogy so much that it's like virtually a script in my brain, but what life would you rather choose? You know, draped in finery, legs cocked up on a table, drinking blood out of fine crystal, bitching about how bad it sucks to live forever, versus tearing your goddamn clothes off, kicking the fucking oak door down, and howling at the moon. All werewolves.
Decisions.
All werewolves are welcome here for sure. Anna Rizo, what's going on? It's been a minute since I've seen you in the live stream. Welcome. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Anna Rizo says, hello, everyone.
Hello. Shayla, you have a big what?
Hello.
You're funny.
We have a big deck. Great setup for barbecues. Excellent. That was funny. That was really funny. Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, DL, hello.
Cook on that deck. I'm going to cook on that deck.
Stop! Mama Christie in the house. Mama Christie says, hello, family. Hello, Mama Christie. I hope you're feeling better, and I almost don't want to ask because I'm going to be disappointed if you say you're not. I just want you to be well and healthy.
Good to see you, Christy.
Because, Mama Christy, we love you. We all love you in the coven. Gothic Succubus, what's going on, my dear? She says, hi.
Hello.
Good to see you here, my dear. I hope you're having a lovely weekend.
Roxy Mo's so kind. Look at that.
Oh.
Roxy Mo says, hey, Monarchs. Roxy Mo, we absolutely adore you. Hope you are having a lovely weekend. Pleasure as always to have you in the live stream.
I've got such a soft spot for Roxy Mo.
I do too. Always in the live stream, always positive, and just amazing. All around amazing.
Good person.
Yep.
Good-hearted person.
Christine Vrablich. I hope I didn't butcher your last name, Christine. Christine says, hello to my favorite people. Christine, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the I Bleed Mercury live stream. Roxy Mo says, wonder when my teeth are going to grow in.
Soon, Roxy Mo.
Rite of passage.
Christine, look at you. Thank you so much for the hearts and roses. Christine, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Roxy Mo says, it's been almost a month now doing carnivore, feeling transformed low-key. That is excellent. I know a lot of people get a lot of traction with that diet. I wonder if there isn't such thing as a perfect diet. You have to find out what works with you and your physiology. But I'm glad you. I mean, if you had to pick a diet, you can't go wrong with carnivore.
Hey, everybody's physiology and genetics are different, but people sometimes really respond to that diet.
Yeah.
Have positive effects.
Like if I had to be on on a diet, which one? If you had to be on a diet, which one would you pick? You
Well,
have to pick
I'll
at
put
least
it
one.
this way: there wasn't the meat in most feudal old cultures weren't only reserved for the lords and ladies for no reason. You know,
Right.
the peasants all ate the grains and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The meat was reserved for the nobles. So if we can act like people that were, you know, reserve the good stuff, I tell you like this, bro. Why the hell
Why
not?
the hell not?
Yeah.
Mama Christie, that was the wind force.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wind force. Hurricane hands. Christine, thank you for the heart puffs. Mama Christie, thank you for the roses. Villavox, thank you for the follow, my friend. Glad you found something here you feel is worth your time. And I promise you we will strive to be worthy of your time. Raven, thank you for the splashy.
That was a sea
That was the
monster.
sea monster one.
Sea monster. Excellent. Raven, you are freaking amazing. Thank you so much. Tackle hugs incoming. DJ Tony Stewart says that was cool. DJ Tony Stewart, welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you had a great weekend. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, brother. Roximo says that was gorgeous, that gift. It was incredible. Like I said, TikTok really upped their game on the gifts. DJ Tony Stewart concurs, says cool gift. I just wish they would give us back our audience reach. Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, Father Demori, what's your favorite The Killers song?
I don't have a favorite Killers song. I've only known what they play on the radio usually, so it would be unfair for me to answer that question because I probably if I delve deep into their discography like most artists that are on radio or the media outlets, I would probably pick something that's not on there. Something that's a deep dive in one of their
Something you don't hear on the radio.
Yeah, and most artists put their best stuff. Not it's I'd say it's 50-50. Some of their best stuff is either on the radio or you have to dig for it. So the Killers is one of those bands I feel if I listen to all their stuff, I'd pick something that I haven't heard yet. So I can't effectively answer that question yet.
I'm thinking of Nickelback. They have the songs on the radio that everybody's heard a million times, but the songs they don't play on the radio are excellent.
Really?
Yeah.
And then that's kind of
and a lot
sad.
heavier.
That's what I mean. It sucks that they get labeled for what is. I mean, there's like a huge swath of the population that just cannot stand those guys because of their radio edits, not because of their band of who they are, based on what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Well,
I would guess.
I wonder if that was true initially, and then it just became you had to say that you hated Nickelback.
It became popular to be trendy to say I don't like these guys.
Yeah. And first of all, it was like, fuck you. For what they do, they're great. Chad Kroeger is a great singer. They construct great songs for their genre.
Right, sure.
You know, for
their genre, yeah.
For what they do. You may not like that. Okay, fair argument, but
that genre is always gets a bad rap. I call it. And I'm actually kind of
radio rock.
No, I call it pickup truck metal. AC/DC, Nickelback. You know what I mean? You know, beer and camping and I'm a metalhead too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that type of shit. So.
Raven says, I sent the Sea Monster tackle hugs. Raven, thank you so much. The Sea Monster looked amazing. Anna Riza says, hello everyone. Hello, Anna Riza. Good to have you back here. Psycho Schmiegel, thank you for the follow. Love your handle.
I like the frickin' snapshot too.
Gothic Succubus, thank you for the lovely black leather heart. Anna Riza says, hope everyone has an awesome day. Anna Riza, thank you so much. It is off to a damn good start, and I hope the very same for you. Raven says, found out the mall was bought out, so we're enjoying it before it's changed. Might be apartments.
That sucks. Especially if it was a good mall.
There has been an explosion of building here in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
particularly apartments.
it's all yes, it's all
And there's developers pulling out now.
it's all to make sure that we regular people can't be homeowners anymore. We have to be shoved in one of these cracker box apartments because that's all you can afford.
And what's funny is, as the market contracts, as it does,
Eventually,
developers are backing off. The greed is starting to get tamed. Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, Howling at the Moon. Ow! What could be more fun? Willie
Bolio.
Bolio says, Vampire or werewolf? Vampire. People are thinking, he's he's a cat?
A werecat.
Katie, what's going on, Katie? Good to see you here, my dear. She says,
What are you
hey,
doing?
what's going on, Katie? Good to see you here. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Anna Riza says, it's been busy working on college graduation next month with my bachelor degree in psychology.
Good on you.
That is excellent.
We're pulling for you.
That will probably be a degree that serves you well professionally and in your private life, but will probably also come with some disappointments.
Fellow psychology student right here.
Knowledge is the beginning of sorrow, as they say.
Mm.
Gothic Succubus says, hi.
She says,
Hi. I'm giving it inflection that
Hi.
she probably didn't. She probably just was, hi.
Hi.
Hi, whatever. Hi. Mama Christie says, I'm here and I love you all, is all I will say. Mama Christie, we love you too.
We love you very
So
much.
much.
Yep.
And Rosie rocks that coffee cup every morning. And very grateful for the gifts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Katie says, I keep missing the beginning. Oh, it's okay. We're still, still got an hour and a half left?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Claudia, it's been a minute since I've seen you in the live stream. Welcome back. She says, hey, everyone. Hello, Claudia. Good to see you here. Katie says, hey, beautiful Tej.
Hi.
Roxy Mo says, whether you've got a soft spot for me or even a hard spot, I appreciate it.
That's the spirit, Roxy. Oh, that's funny.
Well played. Willie Bolio says, werewolf though, smell your fears and running the woods, waking up somewhere not knowing sounds fun also.
Hey, you don't have to be a werewolf to have that experience.
Well, that would be where I drew the line, like, of not wanting to be a werewolf, is waking up not knowing what happened the night before. I goddamn want to remember.
Right, yeah, it'd be a ripoff.
Yeah.
Like, where was the party at?
Yeah.
Why is there a bunch of dead people with their throats torn out around me?
What's the weird taste in my mouth?
Wait, that was that douchebag that cut me off in traffic. What's he doing near me?
Yeah. That's funny. Your old, former bosses, teachers.
Yeah. Must have been a wild night.
Gothic Succubus says, I overdosed on caffeine and I didn't sleep, but I cleaned and decorated my whole room. Now that would have
At
been...
least it was just caffeine that made you do that.
Yeah.
Good on you.
That would have been a great TikTok video. You could have sped it up a little bit.
Right.
It would have been super
Caffeine
entertaining.
overdose, POV.
Yeah. Call your friends. Hey, do you need your house clean? I'll clean your house for you.
Those manic freaking saloon pianos.
Yeah. Christy says, hey, Christy. Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome to the live stream. Gothic Succubus says, because riches, LOL. Cal, what's going on, Cal?
Hey.
Good to see you, man. Says, hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much, Cal. Good to see you in here. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Claudia, thank you so much for the finger hearts. Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, what's your favorite mythological creature?
I like
that question more than what's your favorite vampire?
Yes, I do. Because I like there's a few, but I like gravitating towards like Medusa. because that also has different manifestations in different parts of the world. They have, they got Medusa has snake hairs, right? And then they got this like some depictions of her has the snake bottom half of the body, so she like slithers on that, right? In Asia, they have the same kind of Yuan Ti snake lady type shit. So you wonder if that's the same myth being transposed somehow through different continents. The Chimera is another good one. Love it. What? Did I steal your answer?
Okay, so I was gonna say dragon, but that's super generic. So
The Sphinx is another good one.
it was gonna be chimera.
Oh, whoops. Well.
You bastard!
Yeah.
Unico, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Truly appreciate that. When you guys share the live stream, I don't know what impact it has, but it's a signal that you like what we're doing well enough to share it with your friends, and that's freaking amazing. So thank you so much. Willie Bulio says chose vampire though for eternal life. Well, I guess for me it's about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
After who knows how many hundreds of years it would take, but eventually the same nightly routine over and over endlessly, you're going to start thinking at some point, all right, I've had enough. Peace out.
Yeah, I mean, think of it in human terms. If you had to earn a living and get to eat good food, decent food, whatever, or would you like a life prison sentence with an endless supply of just bread and water, endless supply of the same shit day in day out? No, thank you. I'd rather have a finite and ending supply of the good stuff.
Agreed.
Is how I equate that.
Yep. Gothic Succubus says, fun fact, they thought tomato plants resembled the poisonous hemlock but fed them to the poor.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere years ago. Yeah, they thought they were poisonous.
And fed them to the poor anyway?
Yeah.
Is that what the fuck?
Yeah. How charitable.
Right.
Yeah. Lynn Catherine, thank you so much for the roses. Appreciate that, Lynn. Thank you, thank you. Roximo says, our brains run off to energy sources when carbs and sugar are in our system. We live off fats. Keto.
Oh, cool.
Fat's very good for the brain, too.
Yes. Those omega-3s, fatty acids.
And come on, meat is just good. Gothic Succubus says, but when they found, especially the taste of human. Gothic Succubus says, but then they found out they were safe and it led to the birth of pizza. Roximo says, I just think no sugar, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many instances and examples of excessive sugar in the diet just being so fucking bad for you for so many different reasons. People develop diabetes. They, a lot of different maladies from just too much refined sugar in your diet. So if you can get off the craving to have sugar in it, it's much healthier existence. Guaranteed.
Randy, what's going on? Good to see you here. She says, hi guys, just popping in for a second, finishing up hubby's birthday cake. That is super cool, and happy birthday to your husband.
Yep, we will see you soon.
Unico says, I will have to be guilty with that. I like some songs like Sunday Afternoon.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with liking whatever you like. We're not here to yuck anybody's yum.
I think there's a lot of stuff you and I like that is definitely not on
for everybody,
even the mainstream radar at all.
No. I feel a sense of a warm, pleasant feeling in my chest when I have a song that I love that hardly anybody knows about because it's not on the radio. Then I show it to a friend, they're like, "Man, that's really good. Where did you find that?" That gives me a very good feeling, as opposed to, man, I thought the song was cool when it first came out on the radio, and now I can't stand it anymore because I've heard it 50 million times.
Yeah. One of the biggest musical influences on both you and I, Chuck Schuldiner, rest in power, brother, still cannot fathom that he's no longer here. 23 years later. But his nephew inherited one of his guitars, and it just sold at auction for over $31,000.
Oh, cool.
And my hope is that it wasn't bought by a collector who didn't know the music.
Yeah.
Bought by somebody who had the money and was a fan.
Right.
But
that would appreciate it.
Who knows? Yeah. Shayla says, I like Nickelback. They have one song that I can't stand, but the rest is pretty solid.
Is it Rockstar?
You know, they Tej asks if it's Rockstar is the song that you can't stand. Sold millions of albums and packed arenas for years and made a lot of people happy with their music. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. Claire says, hello, everyone, every awesome people. Claire, thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. Pleasure as always. Glad to have you here. Roximo says, pickup truck rock is hilarious. I can imagine other scenes for that genre. Woman denim jacket with big hoops, high heels, and cigarettes playing pool in a bar.
Yep.
And she's unbeaten.
You right? That's awesome.
Jinx Arcane Fan 1 says, Imagine Dragons, I consider them pop party rock.
Yeah.
I have heard the name, but I don't think I'm familiar with their music.
Radioactive, whoa, radioactive. If you haven't heard that radio on repeat song for 3 years?
No.
All right, well, there you go.
I think
that's our beloved DL.
I'm lucky.
Right.
In that regard.
It's a pensive song, but they played the fuck out of it when they first came out.
Beat it to death.
Yeah.
And
they made glue out of that horse with fucking Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. He just pounded the fuck out of him.
Usually, there's probably some exceptions, but when a band uses the song title as the chorus on repeat, yeah, it's kind of lazy to me. Beach Girl says, good afternoon, handsome sire, Father Demori, and the stunning Tej. Enchanted to see you all again. Beach Girl, thank you so much. Hope you and your husband are having a lovely weekend.
Good to see you.
Gothic Succubus says, I'd rather go to a mall. That way you can try clothes instead of ordering the wrong sizes.
Right. I do miss those days where you can actually make sure what's coming is going to be able to fit you.
I was thinking of that scene from Mallrats where the girl is in the mall. She's trying on panties and then putting them back. And I always wondered if every freaking creepo in the world.
No, don't stop. Stop right there.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Yikes.
Big yikes. But I mean, in this sick, twisted, fucked up world, Unico says, are you part of Father Sebastian's Sanguinarium?
I'm going to say no because that sounds like a trap.
No. Father Sebastian is known for being a special effects artist, particularly making fangs for people.
Oh.
And no, I know of his work, but we have never had any connection. Pinch my ball.
No.
Stop.
These guys have to rein me in. I just can't be stopped. Claudia says, taking care of my injured hubby and myself.
Oh no. What happened to hubby?
Maybe you got mousy.
Claudia, I hope your husband is feeling better soon, and I am glad that you can make it into the live stream.
Yeah, and domestic squabble free.
Betsy4242 says, hi everyone. Betsy, glad to have you back. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Welcome. Beach Girl says, hello to my wonderful, beloved Coven family. I love you all so very much. Hope you are well. Beach Girl, I just don't even know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we love and adore you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. What was that for?
No, just that's.
You making fun of me?
No, not at all. No, that's how they say thank you these days in TikTok land.
Guys, I'm going to have to start reviewing the live streams because when these guys are here, I have like this insecurity that they're making faces at me behind my back.
I am.
You won't find that. Okay.
You am?
You am.
Randy says mom said hi and she can't wait to see you.
I'm so excited to see her. I can't believe I've been here a week and I've not seen her yet.
Claudia says also excited for season 2 of Interview with the Vampire. That's when I'll bring Claudia back. And Claudia does an amazing role play of Claudia from
cool.
Interview with the Vampire. The TV series, a series I have not watched yet. I know it departs pretty heavily from the source material. At some point, I'll give it a chance, and we'll see.
I have been dying to watch the series interpretation of the game Fallout. Killing me. Post-apocalyptic series. I've heard people say it's really good. So, and even the people said, well, it's all right. It's got mixed reviews. They're like mad that they had to binge watch it one day and then they have to wait for a year for the next season. So.
I know of it, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. Gothic Succubus says you don't want to wake up in a London zoo surrounded by terrified animals.
Oh, right? No, you do not.
Reference to American Werewolf in London. And dude has to run through the city naked. Katie says, hope you're good, DL. How are you, Padre?
I'm good. Very good. Especially with this one right next to me.
Jeez, you shared the live stream.
I did.
You're amazing. You're fucking amazing. Did I get it? No? Probably not.
That was terrible.
Katie, thank you for sharing the live stream. Shayla says, I like trickster demons.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite mythological character.
Many different versions of that throughout the Jinn, the Tengu, all over the place, man. The Fae.
Interesting connection between old ninja clans and the Tengu legend.
Yep. They even have a blood sample from someone who's supposed to be a hybrid of both. So they need
really?
to freaking analyze that shit. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. The cult ninja film classic, Revenge of the Ninja, was filmed here in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
In fact, down on State Street and 300 South, just, a few blocks from here, the fountain where the hobo took a shuriken to the eyeball is still there, right there on the corner. Charlotte says, I met Jim Belushi yesterday and got his autograph.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. That is
way
super cool.
What was he like?
Yeah, what was he like?
Spill it.
Claudia, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Katie says, tap, 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 give IBM some love. And Katie, thank you so much. Thank you for encouraging people to tap the screen. Maybe it'll help bring in some viewers. Up to 4,000 likes. Thank you so much, my friends. Ashley's Voices Inside. Ashley, welcome to the live stream. Always a pleasure to have you here. She says some of my top bands are not popular. They have their followings enough to tour, but obscure.
Now that usually means that the band, now this is my personal opinion and not based on any scientific fact, but I'm of the mind that that means the band is a good band. If you have a cult following and can't make any money but people demand to see you still, you're doing something right.
Agreed.
Financial success notwithstanding.
Yep.
So it must be the music.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100% agree. Shayla says Nickelback's song that I can't stand is Photograph. I wondered if it might be that one. Let me put this on.
Not great.
Do not disturb. Ashley says the radio ruins a lot of songs. So many still hate Hanson because Bop was just way overplayed. That might be true, and if there was such a backlash, it may have prevented any further possibility of success for them.
So now for me, it wasn't just because Bop was overplayed. That song, written as it is composed, sounds like it was composed for a kids' daytime TV show.
Yeah.
Meant for a daycare. So I don't know what they were. I mean, that's right out of like when all the Disney actresses now that are all junkies were young, and that's what they play to have
trying
them
to
come
cope
out.
with what they went through when they were child stars.
Exactly. It's a child star. It sounds like a child star theme song.
Yeah.
So I could never get into it. But teach their own.
Check YouTube comments real quick.
Huh?
It's like huge little and I was like, what?
Well,
What?
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 ranch.
Ranch.
Hey man, how's your ranch? That didn't sound good. Ashley says,
Yikes.
ha ha ha, Teach, Death has been making faces.
Yep.
Teach, I'm hurt.
All the shares, Ashley. Voices inside the set. Thank you so much.
Ashley, you were amazing. Thank you for sharing the live stream so much.
That sounds like a you problem, dear.
Gentle. Be gentle with me. Love me. Don't hurt me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I'm better now. Our brother Cal says Fallout was done outstandingly well.
This is killing me.
Okay. Well, that's
I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to find a way to see it soon. Oh God.
there's the noise out in the world. You know, when
When
a
anything
band
drops,
comes
when
out with a
anything
record,
drops,
video game,
Yeah. And then there's reality.
But I would trust Cal.
I would too.
So when are you gonna watch it?
What's that?
When are you gonna watch it?
As soon as we get through The Boys,
It's so good.
it's a bunch of psychopathic superheroes. You ever
I
seen
know
it?
I've seen a few episodes.
good.
Yeah. Freaking the head superhero, which is a clone of Captain America, a clone of a combo of Captain America and Superman combined.
Right.
Is
Psychopath.
Oh my God, with mommy issues. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Laser beams any people in half just for displeasing him if they don't, brings him warm milk that's not warm enough or something.
Right. I know the newest season does not have high ratings. That might be another example of the noise. It could be the noise that people just don't really, unfortunately, know what is actually good, and it could be, we've experienced a bit of this ourselves. When you're producing something that does not go along with the script,
Right.
you're shut down.
Well, so I have a theory on that. It goes for video games, it goes for movies, particularly, well, even in musical albums. You got the writer that's hungry that's writing a movie, a screenplay, whatever, right? A script. Then you got musicians that are writing an album, their first one, haven't made it big yet, right? And then, anybody that's trying to make it big with any type of art form or video game that comes out, right? It makes a fucking smash in the world because it is so well done, because there was passion with the people who were creating it, right? It goes out there and boom. Then the people with the money take interest. They go, oh, we got to get a piece of that. And so they go in, they do their little fucking meddling and say, well, we'd like to give you this deal, but could you write it a little different for this demographic because we want to reach a greater audience. That, you know what happens to the art then? Watered down like a motherfucker, not as good. Almost every fucking single time. And that's my own personal theory, but that's what I would describe and why that happens. All the time. Every of the times almost.
And almost certainly with new young artists who are naive about how the business.
And short on cash.
Yep.
Of course they're going to be like, what, do I sacrifice my art to not have to worry about whatever? So I imagine you make the trade-off of, well, I'll sacrifice my art just this once for the money god, right? And then when I make enough money, I can do my own thing the way I want to do it. The only problem with that is that monster really never goes away.
Or they weren't sophisticated enough to be able to scrutinize a contract and signed a bad contract, didn't have a lawyer, or who had a shitty lawyer. Mm-hmm. By shitty, I mean not incompetent, competent, calculatedly competent.
Oh yeah, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
very good at this
Oh,
job.
this is a good contract. You should sign this.
It's boilerplate. It's standard. You have to sign it. Sign it. Yeah. You want this or not?
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Unico says, I was curious. I was in a house affiliated with the Sanguinarium years ago. No official affiliation. I am down to be friends with cool people.
I have to say I love that name, the Sanguinarium.
I personally am hesitant to be affiliated with any group, organization. Uh, I like being a lone wolf to a degree, and the thing about being a part of any kind of collective is that it's it's likely at some point that the collective is going to demand that you relinquish your autonomy, and I'm just never willing to do that. But I love to be friends with cool people anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
And if they're good
Amen.
people, I'd love to be friends with them. I'm just a big old vampire teddy bear. I just want to play Shinobi.
I
That's
can
all
see
I
a
want
bunch
to
of
do.
toys running away. It's a teddy bear! With the teeth freaking stuffing dripping out of his mouth. Come here.
That might be a child's cartoon,
Yeah.
children's cartoon. Roxy Mo says, I gave the interview with the Vampire season 1 a chance and didn't regret it. Claudia is very likable.
Right on.
Well, that's pretty high praise from somebody that I trust. So, yeah, it's a sure thing. At some point, I'll give it a shot and see how I feel about it. Claudia says, thank you, DL, for the compliment. Claudia, you are most welcome. It was well deserved. I don't really care too much about things that piss a lot of people off, race and gender swaps, deviations from source material. I care that it's good. Did you create compelling art? And when it comes to movies and television, I want good writing and good acting. And that's pretty much it. Even the cinematography can suffer. You can be operating on a low budget. We've been around. There are some low budget masterpieces
Good
that have
writing
been
trumps equipment every fucking
made.
time.
100%.
You can play a fucking killer song on a shitty stereo and still hear
Yes.
the good writing in it. They can play it on shitty instruments and you can still hear the good writing in it. It'll still move you if it's well written. Same thing with the story, same thing with the movie,
Yep.
same thing with the game.
Beach Girl says, hubby and I are just chilling, watching the telly on this cold, rainy day, ready for my warmer weather. It has started to warm up in Salt Lake. I am very grateful for that. The winter was pretty mild as far as winters here go. I was grateful for that and looking forward to the warm weather myself. Randy says DL's British accent is at least better than Victor's.
Yeah.
That's the
Victor's the
birthday husband today.
Ah, happy birthday, Victor, by the way.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. She'll never concede that I do a good British accent,
Never.
and
Never.
let's be honest, she's right. Shayla says, I am starting an agency here in
Alaska.
Alaska. Arkansas is what?
ARK. AR.
AR?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You're smart and stuff.
Not really, but I know some stuff.
I am not smart.
Oh,
SMRT.
stop.
What Star Trek episode was that? The not smart race of fools who they would steal technology because they weren't smart enough to invent their own. And at the end they were just dejected and they were like, we were not smart.
Oh yeah, I can't remember now. But I remember exactly.
You know the one I'm
line.
talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah, it'll come to me. Might be next week, but it'll come to me.
Shayla says, I am starting an agency here in Alaska, but the company is headquartered in Salt Lake City, hoping I can visit more. We would love to have you guys.
Do it.
We will put you up and feed you amazing food.
They will.
We absolutely will. You too.
I know. Me
You're
too.
like, I know. That was never up for debate. Beach Girl says, my grandson got his second tattoo yesterday. He has caught the bug. We'll share in the Discord he makes me. Excellent. I would love to see it. What is it? Now I want to see it.
Post it.
Ashley says, yes, I agree. Their music is, whoops, it cut off. The more obscure, the better the music. Oftentimes that's true.
Yep.
I will still, from time to time, go back and listen to a lot of the bands in the genre that we were fans of back in the day. And in some instances, the production is terrible. They were doing the best they could with a shoestring budget back in those days, recording and access. Access was ridiculously expensive. Equipment, software, uh, it was it was terrible. And so you just tried the best you could to make the best music that you could to shine through, and it does. Teach, thank you for sharing the live.
You will.
Ashley says, "Oh, Hanson is still around. They still tour and make music. Seen them over 50 times. Interesting. Uh, now I'm curious.
Well, and
From that beginning, wouldn't you be curious to hear what they're making now? As
well, yeah,
adults, I guess.
and I would like to see an evolution there. You know,
hopefully,
what I mean?
yeah.
And that would be cool.
Yeah.
And this comment also gives me pause. It says Bop is actually very deep if you look at the verses lyrics. Okay, I will make an effort. I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the next panel. If I will make an effort to listen to it and actually see if I can read something into the lyrics. I mean, like I said, the sound of it, the composition, made me not even consider the lyrics. So I will listen to it again
Same
and try and see if I can give it some new gravity. So
Don't read that handle. That's Cam.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Mr. Rag, if you will.
Okay, I was gonna bite. Just to be honest with you, I was gonna bite
Read it.
because I don't give a look.
Well,
But these guys reined me
no,
in.
go ahead.
Do it.
Come rag sore arse.
Hello.
That's my best friend.
I can hear him laughing from across the pond from here.
In that order, I'm assuming. Ashley, that is, I concur with Padre. That is really cool, and I like having my expectations thwarted, I guess.
Or yeah, it was, well, I mean, at least pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
by something.
Yes. Yep. So I'm gonna look at those lyrics too, just because I'm looking forward to being pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Now there's idiots out there that'll say, "See, you can't always judge a book by its cover." Bullshit. You don't bank on the outliers. Okay, you're gonna lose more often than not. So yeah, there are reasonable assumptions that you can derive about a thing based upon your initial observations, assuming you're not somebody who makes terrible judgments.
Stop.
That Anonymous says, gonna run, gotta get ready to go out for dinner.
All
That
right.
Anonymous, hope you and the missus
Have
have
a great
a
dinner.
great dinner. And thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
Always a
good to
pleasure.
see you.
Yep. Ashley says, to quote Supernatural, I torture my friends. It's how I show love.
That's a good line. Oh wow, that is cool.
That's the tattoo that she just
Ah, that is super cool.
That's Beach Girls.
Son?
Nephew.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Somehow.
Yeah, some relatives.
Very cool.
Mhm.
I'm all about the vampire chicks. Our brother Cal says The Boys, another good one there, could have ended different, in my opinion. I guess referring to the previous season. How far along are you?
We're slogging through the second one. We're almost to the end of the second one right now. We'll past half the second season. I think there's 4. Is there 4 seasons? Yeah.
Mama Christie says, my love to you all. I'm not feeling well, so I'm heading out. You look stunning, Teach. Mama Christie, I hope you're feeling better soon. God damn it. Feel better soon. Please just start feeling better. And we do really love you so much, Mama Christie. So go chill, and we'll be in touch. And hope you're feeling better very, very soon. Ashley, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. You are absolutely insane. Thank you, Ashley. Killer in the Sheet says, sent you a message about joining the family Discord.
Cool.
Excellent.
Welcome.
I'll send you a link and welcome you into the coven, my friend. Unico says, makes sense wanting to be the lone wolf.
Yep. Sometimes that's the best. That's what my grandpa always used to say. Sometimes you gotta go lone wolf. It's,
Y-
everybody has their time in their life where they just need to be alone.
And it's not even so much alone. I'm blessed with some wonderful people in my life. I just shy away from groups and organizations and collectives and political parties and cults and because at some point they want the bended knee and I've had enough of that shit.
Oh,
So
even
even
or keep centered, being away from the
yeah,
road.
yeah. Even groups and organizations centered around things that I participate in. Because I'm just not willing to relinquish my autonomy for any group, any organization or collective. Katie says just tapped over 1,000 likes. Katie, you are absolutely mad. Thank you so much, my dear. Jigsaw is in the house.
Hello.
Jigsaw, what traps are you working on?
But Jigsaw, big fan.
Yeah.
Jigsaw says hello,
Well, hi.
but didn't ask us if we want to play a game.
I do.
That was quick too.
Yeah, didn't miss a beat. Boy, that first snap sucked. Okay, there we go. Beach Girl says, tattoo posted. You all have to tell me what it is. It looked killer, and I hope he's getting it colored in too.
Oh shit! Look at all these shares.
Roximo, you
Oh,
are
thank you, Roximo.
absolutely mad. Look at that.
Holy crap.
Was
That's
that
wild.
a couple dozen times?
Yeah. That's
Roximo.
Awesome. Thank you, Roximo.
Thank you so much. Ashley says, yep, about people with money involved. Example, Hanson had a label. The money people rejected every song for the third album. Hanson created their own label.
Oh wow.
And you got to imagine there was some terrible contract involved in that. Ashley goes on to say the album with all the rejected songs debuted at #1 on Billboard Indie Charts.
That's right. That's
Excellent.
My theory.
Fuck yeah.
Proven in that example right there. So this
Talk about the best revenge.
right to live well.
Live well, but do it in such a
That's in style.
Yeah, publicly.
Like, oh, you don't like our shit? We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah. #1 on indie charts.
Sure, you wish you would have backed us now, huh?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
There, you can live well quietly. I suppose that's revenge.
Yeah.
But that was very public, smearing it in their faces.
Right.
Roxy Mo says that guy's username sounds like a Saturday night. Ashley says, but a lot of artists don't have that option.
Right.
Again, referencing back in the day, with what Padre and myself were involved in, there were incredibly talented bands and artists.
It just died out.
They died out, and they put out masterpieces.
Yep, they did.
Music without flaw, and
They're gone.
they're gone, and the world is unaware that they ever even existed. And if you were lucky enough to be a part of that era, it had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
It sucks because they're haunting, fading memories even in our heads that are slipping away day by day. And it's a tragedy that we can't even remember them after a time.
There are some like 3-4 hour playlists on YouTube of, if you look up OSDM playlist or old school death metal playlist, you'll come across. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing time, and if you were lucky to be alive during its heyday, in the real underground, you were lucky enough to be part of something that was incredible and fun as hell. Nothing like it has ever happened or will ever happen again. And it was incredible. And I hope you all were there. I know you all weren't. Some of you may have been, but it was an amazing time.
Yeah, I have a wish that cannot be fulfilled, but I would have liked to have been the type of being that could be all places at once, let's say, and be that fly on the wall. We had our own local scene that me and you were part of back in the day, right? Where there was not a lot of internet promotion or availability for local bands to do their own thing, right? And be exposed to the world like there is now. And I know that our situation, our little musical laboratory here in Salt Lake City was not unique to other cities across the U.S., across the world, right? I would love to have been all those in all those little laboratories across the world
Hmm.
and see all the other bands that died out too that were masters at what they did,
Yeah.
but just didn't have the exposure.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? To be able to see everywhere all these unsung heroes that were great musicians that expressed themselves in masterful fashion, and you know, sadly were forgotten,
Yeah.
but were some of the best musicians probably ever existed that no one ever knew
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're the only ones that remember or try to keep our hands on it.
Now, in our little microcosm.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe it was all for the best, because if it had gone mainstream, it would have certainly been
Fucked up by
compromised.
the money.
Yeah. Fucked
Yeah.
up by the money. Rochelle, what's going on, Rochelle? Good to see you here, my sister from another mister. She says the party can start. I am here. Much love, Coven fam. Welcome, Rochelle. I hope you and your DL are having a great weekend, and always a pleasure to have you here. Another OG, longtime supporter and member of the I Believe Mercury Coven. Roxy Mo says, OMG, yes, do judge a book by its cover. Please stay safe. I love how you think. Roxy Mo, thank you. I don't think that being judgmental is bad. Oh, you're judgmental. You're so judgmental. You're so discriminating. Making judgments and being discriminating is how you navigate through life.
That's how our species has survived
That's
throughout the years.
right. The name of the game is hopefully learning from your errors.
When we were just wearing
and making good judgments.
Yeah, when we were just wearing animal skins, we saw a beast that would walk through the forest with claws and teeth, and we kind of judged by the cover. We might not want to fuck with that thing because it could kill us.
Yep.
That's not being an asshole. That's being smart.
Right. So being judgmental, being discriminating, even stereotypes. Where do people think stereotypes come from? They come from our daily lives, our observations, our lived experiences. Okay, if maybe that's the popular term these days, my lived experience. Well, your lived experience is going to start imparting to you wisdom about things that you encounter in life, about which, if you're making logical, rational, coherent observations, you can draw data from that. You can draw information from that and more effectively navigate through life. Stereotypes do not pass through a membrane from an alternate reality. So it's learning to make more accurate and more effective judgments and being more accurately discriminating. Those things are not bad in and of themselves.
Right.
Don't dumb yourself down.
Right, and I think a healthy counterbalance to that is, of course, you want to give everybody a chance.
No.
Right. Well, an initial chance, right? I mean,
Okay,
you can have your
maybe one.
You can have your reservations, but you want to at least be pleasantly surprised again, even in the human being realm, and
which
give them a chance.
We're often not.
More often than not. But I think on an individual basis, you gotta let every single type of person, whether you've had bad experience with that type of person or not, you have to give them their first fuck up chance. One fuck up, you get one free one. That's it. But I think they should have the opportunity to make that one fuck up first.
Sure, absolutely. And before anybody thinks that I'm sounding too preachy, I'm speaking as somebody who has made multiple lifetimes of terrible judgments and being trusting to a fault. This guy can attest.
I'm here.
You talked about being able to be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Like if you could go back and revisit how many times you thought, dude, what this person is, what are you doing? So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. That one dude says, look at those gloves, lad. Ashley says, I'll post a couple of Hanson songs in the Discord for you guys to try. I am open to that. I would love to be pleasantly surprised.
Why not?
Shayla says, add Doom Patrol to your list. I watched it after The Boys. Great show.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm intrigued by the title alone.
Yeah, Doom Patrol.
Katie, thank you for the wall of black leather hearts. Excuse me, guys. Rock Chick says, love vampires. Rock Chick, I think you stumbled into the right place. Welcome. Beach Girl says, I do clicks either, sire, just not into that kind of stuff.
I think I don't do
clicks.
either.
Yeah, clicks are a great petri dish that reveals exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to being involved or identifying with a group, a community, an organization. I'm a member of this political party. I'm a member of this jerk off club. I'm a card carrying member of this organization. At some point, payment is going to come due. And that almost fucking always includes, we want you on bended knee. We want to make sure you're thinking the way we say you're supposed to think, speak what we think you're supposed to be speaking, and doing what we think you're supposed to be doing. And I just don't want any part of that any longer.
The alternate is you could stand on your own 2 feet and decide with your own brain.
That's right. It's harder to do, and it's fun and exhilarating.
It's not for everybody.
And validating to be able to feel as though you're a part of a collective. And maybe there is some legitimacy to that. I am skeptical of that, but maybe I'm wrong. But the price you're going to have to pay for admission is more than I want to pay. So that's all I've got to say about that. Rock Chick says, love your vibes. Rock Chick, thank you so much. We strive to put out good vibes. That didn't quite rhyme, but it almost kind of did. We strive to put out good vibes in the lives.
Yeah.
Jigsaw says, do you want to play a game? I always want to play a game.
Will it result in my death?
I guess
Survey says
that's a good question to lead with. Will I be maimed?
I'm kind of up for it. I just want to know.
Just wants to know what to expect.
Sheila, thank you so much for the roses, my dear. Truly, truly appreciate the gifts. Thank you. Is this, what's that?
Yeah, keep going.
Ashley says, yeah, it's sickening how many amazing artists that don't get heard because money people don't think it's good.
Right.
Well, for whatever reason, they don't think that it'll sell. There won't be a return on investment. And nowadays, in the age of the internet, social media, which is getting long in the tooth, there's a lot of people, especially on TikTok, a lot of artists who have been very successful that have a lot of interesting inside baseball about things like the business side of music, being coerced into signing terrible contracts, signing away their rights and not knowing what they were doing, and being taken advantage of by those who did. Sheila, thank you so much for the roses. Sheila, you are absolutely amazing. Roximo says, damn, I missed out on that scene for real time to make our own.
Right.
I hope that's what we can do here.
That would be that. Then she said, I'm moving to social media and I'm starting a band. Get over here.
Do it.
Check it out.
Yeah, this is as far as cities go, geographically anyway, it's fairly small. I don't think it would take too many bands who are motivated, got their shit together, to make something happen in a place like this. And I don't know, maybe I should work more on networking. Maybe there are bands and artists here that are roughly in our, I guess you would call it, genre umbrella, that we could kind of loosely network with. But we would love to have you. Babe Girl Ride or Die Mom says, hi Mercury, long time no see. Hope you're doing well and don't let people get to you. Babe Girl, Ride or Die Mom. I
I
love
like
that.
the handle.
We are doing fantastic. We did go on a hiatus for a spell, but we are back doing live streams every Sunday, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it is good to have you back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rochelle says, DL, that is my best trait and my worst being too trusting.
Yeah.
Got me in trouble more than once. Beach Girl says, sorry, autocorrect grabbed the wrong word. Clicks are not my cup of tea at all. I am a loner. I wouldn't call myself a loner. I'm a lot more focused on connecting with individuals rather than seeking membership in this organization or that.
Well, I got turned off of the whole click thing at a younger age. I think for me it started around junior high and high school when they're all the whole the when you met somebody, a new fellow student in school, the conversation started being, oh, do you know this person? And do you know this person? Have you gone to a party with this person? Have you? Fuck. There's a big status freaking dick measuring contest. It's
Yeah.
stupid as fuck. So,
Shallow as hell.
well, yeah, the underlying message is if you don't answer yes to all these questions, I don't want to talk to you. What a shitty person. You know what I mean? They don't want to get to know you. They want to vet you through other douchebags who vet people in the same way. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll skip that part of getting to know people. That's great. I'm fine with that.
That's Hollywood writ large, and probably at the higher levels, the music business too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have it in me to be that fake. Ashley says, I've never been in a clique. I was always the Hanson girl in school. LOL, I was good with it. Don't need fake friends. Hell yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
good on you. Good on you. And it's funny. It's nice if you go your own route. Loner has a, sometimes has a
Welcome, Andrew.
stigmatism, right? But but not always. Sometimes people wear it as a badge of pride, right? But lone wolf, whatever. But people go their own path, right? And stay afloat, pursue clicks and stuff, and then they eventually cross paths with another person that's gone their own path. And boy, do you make some strong friendships sometimes when you have two lone wolves
Yeah.
that like, oh, you two get along. You get
For sure.
strong bonds almost instantly that way.
Yep.
I prefer that type of uh, associations in my life other than I have to jump through hoops and act a certain way to be acceptable to this group. It's just too tedious for me.
Yep. No time for that shit.
No.
Andrew Wishmaster, choose your wishes. Says, hello from Wales in the UK. Andrew, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. I am sorry, my dear.
No, it wasn't you. It's fine.
If only I cared enough, 13. It kind of fits right in with what we're talking about.
And what they said.
Yeah, fake friends are the worst. That's a great way to test the loyalty of whatever group or organization you think has your back, is gently start talking off script. See how they react. Voodoo says, hello. Welcome, Voodoo. Welcome to the live stream. It is a pleasure to have you here. I hope you're having a lovely weekend so far. Welcome to the live stream. And for those of you who are lurking in the background and you've never been here before, wondering what the hell is going on here, I will tell you, I am DL Mercury, guitar player and vocalist for vampy cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury out of Salt Lake City. Next to me is the lovely Tej, all the way from the UK. She helps us run shit behind the curtain. Next to her is my dearest of friends, plural or singular? Dearest friend of many decades now.
I think you said it right both times.
Dearest of friends, maybe it's both grammatically correct. He is our bass player, our drummer, and so much more. You may give your confession to Father Demori. We live stream here on TikTok and simultaneously on YouTube every Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, if you're into bands and artists like Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Static X, Rammstein, Sisters of Mercy, Gary Newman, Rob Zombie, and a dash of David Bowie, you will love I Bleed Mercury. You can check out our music on all streaming platforms. That's Amazon, Deezer, Spotify. Wherever you get your music live streaming, you can check out our music and let us know how you feel about it. These live streams are for hanging out, having a good time, sharing a few laughs and good times with good friends. Kind of your, as Padre likes to say, your decompression chamber as you get ready for the week ahead. And with that, let's pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
Rochelle says, Teach, how many days do you have in the States? It's nice to see your face.
Another week. One more week.
Yep.
Sorry, dear.
Unless she loses her passport.
Mm-hmm.
Roxy Mo says, people think fakeness is very blunt and obvious when it's actually very gentle and addictive.
Right. Very astute observation. Wow, I like that.
I think that's how many collectives help cement.
It's very subtle at first, very insidious, right?
Oh, you're one of us. We love you. We have your back.
As long as you act this way. I mean, you're great, but you could be greater, which is they slip in that little you're it, with clothed in praise, a expression of you're deficient in some way.
Yeah, yeah. And we have just the thing you need to be.
We'd love you more if you were like this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ashley says, how is all the music stuff going for you guys? Ashley, we actually just released a new song that it's our first recording with Padre on drums and bass guitar. We re-recorded Resist, and that has released, and I am really happy with it. Padre absolutely killed it on drums. It just came out unbelievable. And in the very near future, we're going to record our next release called Echoes of Dust. And we've got somewhere on the order of 20 songs in the bank. So we've got a shit ton of material to release, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it. So that is still going strong. We're not going anywhere. Roxy Mo says, when you can fit in, you can get addicted and do anything to keep that feeling of belonging.
That's right.
You nailed it.
Especially if you're the type of person, and I am and was one of these people, so working through that type of thing where you didn't have a support system in your developing years, you have a hard time not just even playing along so you don't feel like you're all by yourself again.
Right.
Which is that's all you knew, and you don't like that feeling, so you will at least, even if you think this is nuts, I hate this, I don't really like this group, you're gonna be polite and get stuck in a group for at least for a time, before most normal people would duck out early.
Yeah.
You know, you're stuck for longer because you don't want to offend anybody, you don't want to be, that feeling of loss, that you are isolated again too early after you were just welcomed in somewhere and found out it was not the right fit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a meat grinder to slip into the wrong group and then try and wallow your way out.
Yeah. You see that a lot particularly these days in politics, and they even have names for it now. Like if you're a Republican who's deviated from the script, they call you a rhino.
Oh, right.
Republican in name only, Libertarian in name only, Democrat in name only, to signify the fact that you have said or done something that the collective does not approve of. Man, get on my face with that shit.
And the thing that sucks is usually when people get labeled with that type of stuff, they're doing what's best for, or what they thought was best for them and theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, fuck. Usually the only people that care about a group or what a group does is the very few elite few at the top that try to control it all.
Right. And interestingly, they use this whole dynamic to play people against each other.
Group shaming, bullshit.
Yeah. So that we're distracted, so that we're focused on hating each other rather than maybe fixing shit, and that maybe we have a shared adversary. That one dude says they called me Augustus from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. School happily, I'm not in school now.
Right.
Jigsaw says, in order to play the game, you must accept the fates and the consequences.
I'm game. Let's do it.
There you go.
Just not anything to do with my eyes.
Yeah, she's gonna be full of needles here in a fucking few hours. Watch.
Lady Melinda says, hi guys. Lady Melinda, welcome to the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. Hope you're having a lovely weekend.
Cutting through my stomach to find a key.
Rochelle says, LOL, lose that passport girl. LOL. Set it on fire. Roximo says, have such a good night. My steak is perfectly done, nice and brown all the way through.
Oh.
She likes it well done.
Well done.
Kidding, it's pink, baby. Roximo, you enjoy your dinner and
However you want.
However you want, and thank you for stopping by. Rochelle says, heard Echoes of Dust in Salt Lake City. You guys, it's my favorite so far.
I love that song.
Working on it still.
Love
You,
it.
you haven't heard the newest version yet. We might play a little bit of that.
Yay.
Yeah. See what you think.
Added a little bit of
Yeah.
polish.
Yeah.
Beach Girl says, I can read folks well, and fakeness has no place in my world.
Same,
Well said.
Same. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me today. Same.
Sheila, thank you so much for the roses. Voodoo says, this is why I stay solo. It has, they say membership has its advantages. Well, so does being the captain of your own life.
People who say membership have its privileges charge a membership fee,
Yeah.
and they want that money. So, you know, take that in consideration.
Unico says, I was the one who had a hard time. I was over-sheltered. Goth clicks helped me escape the sheltered life.
Yeah, and not all clicks are bad. Not to say that, but if they're the clicks that we're describing, you know, use shame as a tactic, use the carrot and stick tactic, bait and switch tactics on you. Basically trying to emotionally manipulate you and actually instead of solidly, genuinely support you.
Yeah.
Then that's the difference.
Yeah. Bryson Foos, welcome to the live stream. Pleasure to have you here. Be on the lookout for that emotional manipulation that Padre was talking about. And don't hesitate to leave.
Yep.
Say adios, motherfuckers.
This acquaintance of mine told me, you know, in one of the worst environments I remember, he says, you know, you're not obligated to work anybody's unhealthy path.
Right.
You know, if there are shitty people trying to push you to do shitty things, don't do it. And if you feel wrong about it, then trust that instinct. It probably is something that you shouldn't be obligated or even feel obligated to do. I mean, healthy, challenging, you know, human growth comes with its own set of obstacles and difficulties, but rarely are they through excessive emotional manipulation or promises of, you know, false love, that type of shit. The love bombing they call it, or whatever. That's not something that you know. If I could have spared somebody, you know, that type of stuff, that some of the stuff that I had to experience growing up, I sure wouldn't heartbeat. So I guess that's what I'm trying to do with this little speech here.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Katie says, can't wait to hear Echoes of Dust. Dusk. I screwed up the title of our own song. Explosion imminent. Katie, I think you're going to love it. I think everyone's going to love it. It may be our best yet. But we've got, like I said, we've got a lot of songs in the bank. So when the smoke clears and we get all this music out to you guys, it remains to be seen what will be the, I don't know, fan favorite. But man, I have to say it's a damn good song, and it has come along amazingly, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Jigsaw says, the choice is who I offer the challenge to. Unico says, I left due to drama.
Good for you.
Imagine that. That's another thing groups are really good at creating is unnecessary drama. And time is too precious of a resource for me to waste on that shit.
Drama overdose.
Roximo says, girl, bye. I'm still going through a bit of trauma with that toxic grouping. Work through it and hopefully get to a point where you can let it go and move on with your life unencumbered. Sheila McPeak, thank you so much for the hearts. Roxy Mo says, makes me feel very bad about myself. Thank God I'm only 24. Plenty of time to forge. Forget.
Yeah.
Beach Girl says, I am so ready for an IBM concert. We definitely want to get to that point. That is a ways ahead. Right now, we're just focused on getting more music out. But at some point, I would love to hit the stage. Unico says, will your new release be on YouTube? Yep, you can find it on YouTube. Just type I Bleed Mercury into the search bar. You'll find our YouTube channel, which is I Bleed Mercury Official. And you will also find the latest release, Resist. Say that fast 10 times. That.
Right.
Voodoo says, get dogs. If you have multiple dogs, you won't have time for drama. Well said.
Yep. Pets are always good to recharge your soul of dealing with bad humans sometimes.
Yep. Agreed. This doesn't happen often. We actually caught up to the comments.
Well, only got 19 minutes left, so it's not a bad run.
Yeah.
It went by really, really, really fast.
It always does.
Yeah, the whole group thing is just, I don't know. There's even a lot of groups that start out, supposed to be good cause, supposed to be a support group or whatever, right? And then it grows too large for its own good, typically, and then it starts making classes out of the group, the subgroups of members, and this is one of our star group members. This is a gold club member.
Yeah.
You're a platinum flyer. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You're all to make sure that to manipulate the person with the label to think they're better than their peers.
Yes. Using a caste system that was literally invented out of thin air.
Right.
And doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
It's like in those RPG games, you pick up equipment and it weighs you down. And you have to determine what is the most important equipment that you need and ditch what you don't.
That you can sell it for, right? And so all the freaking stuff that weighs 400 pounds are worth shit.
Right.
Or something that's half a pound that weighs, that's worth $4,000 or whatever.
Now imagine that equipment can talk, and it's talking to you and telling you how you ought to be thinking, speaking, and behaving.
Oh boy.
Now you have a whole new dimension.
Sounds like a bunch of cursed objects you freaking picked up, huh?
Yeah. And that makes it very easy for me to start trimming the fat, determining what I need and what I don't. And when it comes to any kind of collective, you're probably going to encounter that, what you call it, emotional manipulation sooner or later.
Yeah. It's always some kind of hook. It's always a freaking a grifter or some kind of freaking con, right?
Yep. It's a trap.
You'll love it. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. You'll love it.
And
sure.
People are vulnerable to that shit, particularly if you don't have the best self-image, great self-esteem. You're really vulnerable to that kind of manipulation because it can make you feel as though you're a part of something noble. And if you feel that you're lacking, if you have poor self-image, low self-esteem, that group can artificially make you feel as though those insecurities don't exist.
Or you have value even for doing bad things.
Yeah.
There's the problem.
Oh yeah. Particularly.
Yeah.
They can cause you to rationalize a sort of state of madness where you can justify hurting people, but it's okay because you're doing it in the name of a noble crusade. Yeah. And it's insanity. It's insane. And of course, the people pulling your strings, who own your sweet little ass, who are up at the top, could not be happier that their scheme has worked so beautifully.
Look how far I can make this one jump.
Yep.
isn't that amazing? To their fellow overlords.
Yeah.
Look at that one. Wow, that one cleared freaking. That cleared new distance with that one.
So it's not really that I'm a contrarian or I'm a loner. People will say that shit and wear it like it's a badge of honor, and that's fake too. I just choose to be my own overlord. Unico said, subscribe to you on YouTube. Thank you so much, Unico. I listened to your song Working Out.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's cool.
Thank
It's
you
a
very
great
much.
workout song, I think.
Yeah, it's got a good pace keeper tempo to it.
Voodoo says AA group and laughing faces. Um, be discriminating. Use rational judgment when making the decision about what group, collective, or organization uh, you're going to affiliate yourself with. Keep your eyes open and don't let yourself be manipulated. Ashley says some of my favorite bands started as support groups.
No, it's cool. And yeah, support groups, as long as they're genuine, are very good things to have. Very, very good things to have.
Just be wary of the possibility that at some point that group or that collective is going to require something from you that is ultimately going to do you more harm than good.
Or even the more sinister danger of warping. Because you get all these good intentioned people, right? And you get one not good person in there, and happens to be in a position of influence or just to poison the well that used to be good, so to speak. And now the whole thing turns the whole purpose of that once very healthy support group turns sick. I mean, sick,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
It becomes a one example would be like a you know a restful, misappropriation of power, for example. Do this for me because it's good for the group, but they'd really approve of what you're doing. They'd really like that. Well, you want everybody to like you, don't you?
Yeah.
So you do something duped by somebody else. That's the type of sick shit. Like the whole manipulative element comes in, and it can go really bad from there. That's when it turns really sick, and it's originally a well-intended thing.
Yeah,
They're vulnerable for that.
They very vulnerable, and I like the word that you used, sickness. It is a kind of shared mental illness. It is sickness. If you have even taken a glance at history, this is particularly uh, obvious in political movements that just about every war was underpinned with some noble crusade or movement or great leap forward that may have at one point been well intentioned but resulted in total destruction.
I'll give you my own personal example, and this is what came from a time in my life where I was either really early 20s or late teens, and I was still in a vulnerable, developmental, didn't know who I was state. Right, was still starting to come out of my shell.
Knowing you as I do, it's hard to believe that was the case.
Well, no, yeah, I was a shy kid growing up.
I mean, I believe you, but damn.
No, yeah, so I was still trying to figure out who I was, what I was coming out of my shell. So when you come out of your shell, what do you got? A bunch of soft, vulnerable parts ready to just be messed up, right? So I answered an ad in a newspaper back then in the day, right? And it says, come for an interview. See your. I was looking for a job at the time, but I saw this one ad that says, come for an assessment, see your potential. So, and I'm not going to mention the group. It'll speak volumes of what it is on its own, and there's millions like it, but this was a particular one.
Just tell me. I got it.
No, you'll know. I'll say this. I'll say one thing. So I go in there,
Okay.
right? And it's this nondescript kind of brick building. There's no markings on the outside of this building. Usually there's like Sorensen Consulting Group if you're going for some kind of job interview or some kind of headhunter place where they like Volt Temporary Services. They send you on a job, right? There's some kind of fucking
task.
well, there's some sign that says this is the company you're reporting to. There's nothing on this door. You're just opening. You're like, am I in the back entrance? Am I allowed to be in here? Nondescript doors, nondescript nothing. No logos, nowhere. Not one business have I ever gone to without the corporate shit being everywhere. Right? Even the shittiest company has their fucking sign.
Yeah.
Right? Even if it's local. So I'm walking in there going, huh? This lady, very plain clothes, walks up, says, "Well, we're gonna have you fill out some paperwork and just answer these questions honestly and to the best of your ability." And it's this terminology starting to like creep me out a little bit. To the best of your, her tone of voice is very nice, but there's just something that my hairs on the back of my neck are going, right? And it's not like her appearance on his face. Nothing to. If you saw her in the bus stop, you wouldn't even turn.
Nondescript.
Yeah. What she's saying, if you read it on a piece of paper, nothing bad, but there's the way she looks. No markings on the building, and the way she's delivering her little talk to me about how I have to figure these papers.
You're thinking of
I'm
horror
going,
movies that have started out like that.
Yeah. I'm just getting a little, but it's not, and it's not that bad yet. I know what's going to happen now, so I'm acting a little more attention to the situation than warranted so far. But I get in there, I fill out these questions that are like, do you feel alone all the time? And it has those fucking psychological answers where it's like mostly, somewhat, neutral. It's like, you know, from the strongly disagree, slightly agree fucking spectrum, and it's a 1 to 5. It's a 5 category answer. Strongly agree, strongly disagree, and they got the shades in the middle, right? And it's all these types of questions. I am a leader. Disagree. You're supposed to answer all these, and so I'm starting to realize I thought I was going for a job interview or you know what my skills were for like an employment what do they call them? Employment placement service.
Temp agency.
Yeah,
an
agency. I thought it was still an agency. So rapidly realizing that these questions are kind of weird, and I don't think I'm. This has to do anything with like getting a job soon. So I go, okay, and so I feel like giving back to her, but I'm just not convinced. I'm like going to see this through because I wasted the time already. Right? That was my non-supported self. Feeling obligated to these people that I owed them the to see this through because I had already spent a half an hour filling out their fucking papers, and I had already spent the time going down to their damn office, right? I give her the paperwork, and she says, "Okay, so let me get these. Let me get these. What she called? What did she say? She said I need to get these assessed and rated or something like that." I'm like, okay. What the fuck? And so she goes in there. She goes, look, your levels look really great, but we need to put you in for a second assessment, right? And see if there's any other things that we need to focus on. I'm like going, wait a minute, I thought I answered the first, you know, booklet of questionnaires that took me freaking half hour to fill out. I got to go through some more testing. And I'm like, nah. You know, I'm thinking that in my head, but I'm too polite at the time in that part of my life, the time of my life, to object. And so what do? Oh, okay. And I hand her back the paper, right? And she goes, as soon as she shuts that non-strip door where she disappeared to assess my first set of answers, I get up and I walk out of that fucking office. And I turn down the street. This is in Sugar House, right, at the time, by the heavy metal shop, matter of fact, a few blocks from there. So, you know, where the parking is, you have to go to some kind of nondescript parking lot to park from there. So I'm a few blocks away from that place. I'm on the corner, you know, maybe half a block from that front door, that nondescript door, and I go, hey! I hear, hey, you! I turn around, and I'm like, and she's like, come back here! And I'm like I'd robbed the joint, you know what I mean? And she comes out running at me, just like this. I mean, her arms were like this. Come back here! You haven't finished your assessment. And I'm like, oh fuck! I light turned. It wasn't green. Didn't have the walking symbol. I ran through a red fucking crosswalk just to get away from her. She chased me physically out of that office, out onto the street, and was coming at me half a block away to come back. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so groups are not always a good thing. Even if they say that they're seeing what your potential is.
Okay.
A
Yeah,
lot-
that was the opening scene to a horror film.
Well, and a lot of famous celebrities belong to this group. Very, very prominent celebrities belong to this group, and if that's the way you got to start out, I'm good.
That is too creepy for words. Holy shit. I don't even know how to go on after hearing that. That blows me away.
I remember hearing that story. It blew my mind.
Rochelle says, not only can I not wait for the release of Dusk, I feel that the video is going to be epic. I would love at some point for us to dive into more cinematic videos. There are stories that play out in the lyrics of our music, and it would be great to use music video as a medium for doing that. But you guys are going to love this song. There's no doubt in my mind. Katie says up to 10K. Whoop, whoop. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Roxy Mo says, as soon as I detach and cut the cord, all of a sudden I was the one everyone was copying. Interesting how that works, isn't it? I realized it was the blind leading the blind the whole time. Right. I discovered my own abundance being farmed by the leaders, making me think I was the leech. Textbook emotional manipulation. Yeah. Katie says just over 10 minutes now. We're down to 4 minutes. I'm going to try to get to all you guys' comments and questions. Beach Girl says, I love you all so much and look forward to seeing you every Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You too, Beach Girl. Hope you and your husband have a lovely weekend. Thank you for stopping in. Ashley says, oh, don't worry. My sixth sense is vibes. I just know when people are genuine or bad. Never been wrong.
Yeah, I sure was getting some vibes from that creepy plain woman. That'd be a good name for a character in a horror book. You know, the plain woman came and stopped by my door again today. Yeah.
Now I'm getting strange phone calls.
Right. Again, the plain woman was across at the bus stop staring into my window.
There was.
I think I'm gonna go with that. This a vignette from there, just from that idea.
Did you see?
She inspired a story.
That's a great idea. Did you see that movie Inception?
I did.
I think so. Yeah.
There was a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio and his newest protege are in the dream world.
Oh yeah, I did see it.
And she did something to break the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And they're walking down a city street, and everybody is like turning to look at her. It's not, I think, what you could call like a horror film.
But that was a creepy scene.
That was super creepy. Imagine how unnerving that would be.
If you're walking down the street and everybody just stops what they're doing and goes, whoa.
Yeah. Beach Girl says, see you all in the Coven Teach. Have a great remainder of your time and safe travels. Beautiful. If Only I Cared Enough says, it's the worst people use you for their own personal gain, then toss you aside if you don't give them what they want.
Interesting perspective.
And that is oftentimes how the collective operates. You better follow the script, otherwise we may have to revoke your membership. And it is incredible the destruction and bloodshed that people will engage in to maintain membership to their noble crusade. There were some, I don't know who wrote this, but I know it's out there somewhere, that men will kill each other for little shiny pieces of metal.
Yeah, that have little to no use in the real.
Yep.
Well, even at the time it had no use.
Yep.
Now, I mean, at least like gold's a conductor, a very good one.
Yeah.
They didn't have electricity back then when they were still slaying each other for it. So what the fuck?
Sheila, thank you so much for the roses. Siggy says it's not only wise to question things, it's often mandatory because it helps one to avoid traps.
That's right.
Yep.
Good on you.
Roximo says, OMG, girl was desperate for that second booklet of answers.
That's right.
Shayla.
I plead the fifth, Shayla.
Wait.
Roximo says, oh my goodness, prominent celebs belong to the group. I mean, red flag right there, and probably tells you all you need to know.
Right.
Roxy Mo says it's giving Tom Cruise.
Again, Roxy, I plead the fifth.
Teach says Father DeMoria is not legally obliged to answer these questions right now. Beach Girl says, so glad I'm not in the workforce anymore. Father DeMoria, that sounded some.
Must have cut off somehow.
Must have cut off. Definitely sinister.
Yeah, it was.
Very sinister. Charlotte says, hope you guys have an amazing week. Love y'all. Charlotte, we absolutely love and adore you too, my dear. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful week. And thank you for being in the live stream. Roximo says, I totally get it, the amount of NDAs I've signed after dating many of the world's richest. Unico says, I enjoyed our time. Hope the rest of your day is awesome. Unico, it was a pleasure having you in the live stream. I hope to see you next week. Hope you have a beautiful week, my friend. Beach Girl says, something out of the Outer Limits.
That's right, exactly what it felt like.
Or Tales from the Dark Side.
Right.
Back!
Not
there is
another world that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. Yeah. I used to have to turn the volume off of that when I was a kid watching that at 2 a.m. That's when it came on. And I'm already fucking loopy because I'm a kid that age, staying up that late, and that music comes on. I'd have to turn that music off to be able to watch the episode because that music would creep me out.
Rochelle says, enjoyed the live Wicked Dreams, my fam. Love you. Love you too, Rochelle. Hope you and your deal have a wonderful week.
Yep.
Rob Atwood, what's going on? Rob says, any shows coming up? Not in the near future. We're focused on really just trying to get more music out there into the wild. At some point, I am curious to explore the possibility of maybe performing live over the internet. I know there are other bands that have done it with actually impressive sound quality. I know it can be done. Just has to be the right time. Right now, it's really just about getting more music out. But I would say that I think we're moving in roughly in that direction. Just not the focus right now, but I want to get there. Hopefully we get there before the asteroid comes. Ashley says, was nice to catch you. Have a good week. Likewise, Ashley, I hope you have a beautiful week. Hope we see you in the next live stream, and thank you for being a part of today's live stream. Always a pleasure, my dear. And thank you so much for the support, too. Katie, having a good time in the chat. Siggy says, the thing I can't watch, Father D, is Creep Show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Creep Show was a good older flick.
Outer Limits was the best.
Yes, it was.
And there was that's actually an old show that goes back to the 1960s.
Mm-hmm. Black and white.
Old black and white version.
Yep.
And then Twilight Zone, which there have been a bunch of different versions of that.
Yeah.
One in the 1980s that was pretty good too. Twilight Zone. Sheila says, have a nice week. Likewise, Sheila, hope you have a beautiful week.
Yeah, that's time.
And thank you for being a part of the live stream. All right, guys, that just about does it for us. Thank you, Sheila, Katie, Beach Girl, Mama Christie, Siggy, Onyx Raven, Ashley, Roximo, Rochelle, Jigsaw says the game will continue next time.
It sure will. Come on back.
Jigsaw, it was an honor having you grace our live stream today. Thank you. Rochelle says, do you guys remember V, the Final Battle? Yes. I do. Willie the Alien, played by Robert Englund, a.k.a. Freddy Krueger. Bitch!
That freaked me out when they had the human girl that was sleeping with one of the V in disguise aliens, and she had the twins. and of course, the nice docile, human-souled, lizard-looking, the V visitor-fleshed baby was the kind one. And then she got horrified and didn't want it because it looked like a lizard, right? And then the human baby comes out, she's like, oh, bring it to me. It's like, and the tongue comes looking at her, oh my God! It just scared the shit out of me.
Beach Girl says, have an amazing week, everyone. You do the same, Beach Girl. Thank you for being a part of the live stream. Shayla, you and hubby have a lovely week. Glad to have you here in the live
Hi,
stream.
Shane.
Betsy says, have a great week. Thank you so much, Betsy. It was a pleasure having you here. Hope you have a lovely week as well. All right, my friends, that does it for us. You beautiful people have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of our world for 2 hours. We will see you next week at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Go check out
Oh.
our latest release, Resist. You can listen to that on all music streaming platforms, and you can hear Father Demori on drums and bass guitar. He absolutely crushed it. He absolutely killed that song. I could not be happier with how it turned out. I think you guys are going to love it. In the meantime, you all have a lovely and safe week. Ashley, thank you so much for the hearts. You are amazing. Katie, love and adore you. Roxy Mo, thank you for being a part of our world. You all have a lovely week. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye, Randy. See you soon.
Bye, Randy.
All right, YouTube, that does it for us.